Let's get this going. I'm excited for this one. Kerbal Space Program, once again. Day 4 of our career. This is going to be some fun missions, if all goes well. Ants. Ants. Thanks, ants. Thants. We leave one leftover thing of moonshine, and suddenly the ants are everywhere in Florida. Anyway, I want to start this off. I'm going to go to the tracking station right away. I'm going to check on our absurd number of satellites. This is okay. That's not what I expected. Sat 1 still is calling itself orbiting Kerbin, and it's gonna have a very strange encounter there with the Mun. Somehow it's gonna encounter the Mun outside of its orbit. It's okay. That's this thing's got one heck of a thing going for it. It's gonna go out to here, around, and this craziness, and then here it's gonna have a Mun rendezvous. When is this now? T-minus 1 day. So this is 4 hours from now. This is a day from now. So I'll keep an eye on that because I want to get some Munar science from that satellite, so it's not a total waste. Because otherwise it's just a total waste. Why do I have 2 Sat-1s? That's weird. Yeah, this guy's just on escape trajectory. We've been there, done that. Debdorf's craft is apparently still orbiting. I didn't realize that would stay. Now this other space program is putting space debris in space for us. That's nice. And we've got the remainder of the dud craft actually coming down right now. It calls it really. Oh god, it just wasn't. It just wasn't bothering to calculate anything because I wasn't flying it. But that's the bottom of the dud craft. That's interesting. Oh, I don't have the chat up. What's wrong with me? I don't have the chat. Let's fix that, shall we? I know everyone wants to probably see that explosion. By everyone, I mean me. I see. Where's the pop out for the chat? There we go. Do I get to see it explode? Do I get to see it explode? Help. Come on, come back. It's going to explode. Ah. Stop that nonsense. That happens when you play in windowed mode. Or not in windowed mode, I should say. In full screen. Why is my brain haywired? I didn't have that much alcohol. It looks like the ocean. Yep. It's gonna be falling in the water. Splash down for the last piece of the first rescue attempt vehicle. That was a really long run. It's weird. It's got like some aerodynamics properties to it almost. For just a ring of metal. There we go. That was exciting. Anyway. Let me see. We have the Adventurer 1 orbiting the sun. Got some debris right along there with it. On escape trajectory out of the sun. Okay. I don't quite believe that. Now, there is a, wow. That is way the hell out there. And it's on a weird inclination. Yeah, rescuing him might be tough. Yeah, that's some high prestige. Yeah, I want that one. So we gotta rescue Nedbu, and we gotta do 2 satellite launches. So let's do the satellite launch here first. Cause that might not be as easy as I thought it was gonna be to rescue Nedbu. Thought it was gonna be like the last one, close orbit, but apparently we just got lucky on that one. Oh, I hear a cat being evil. Alright, let's go ahead, let's save this for next time. Whoa, cannot type. Let's go to our Sat-3 design. So this is going to be our attempt at Keo stationary. And the mission objective for Keo stationary geosynchronous, rather. Needs a thermometer. Okay, yep. So this is ready for that. Let's go ahead and let's get this going. I'm trying to think if there's any other changes I made to this before. That we designed this one last night and got distracted. Never launched it. So now it's its chance. Good so far. I love that those boosters just collide every time. Turn, which is just some really weird spin to it. I don't really know what that's all about. wants to do some weirdness. I don't want it to do weirdness, though. So I'm just going to stop moving it. I'm going to stop playing with it. Staying corrected. I'm going to play with it some more. Ah! Why, though? Okay. Apps up to a little over 70K. Mark our maneuver node and our direction. Fantastic. I just needed stronger reaction wheels for this. Yeah, that seems to be a thing. If it gets any easier to manipulate this once it gets to space. Nope, not particularly. Yeah, need stronger reaction wheels on these things. Orbit going. Very cool. Have a nice, fairly circular orbit. Now, what I'm gonna try and do. So that laps 3.47. The intelligent thing to do is multiple maneuvers at the same time. Whoa. Okay, we're just gonna delete that. So our ascending and descending node. Okay, maybe we should focus on that first. There we go. Let's focus on this maneuver first. Get part of our orbit very close. How much Delta V is that going to need? More Delta V than we have on the craft. Okay. Well, this is going to be a short mission. I'm fairly sure this is not going to be achievable. So I'm going to test out a different rocket design I was thinking up today. With the few parts that we've unlocked. Take that one for what it is. Oh. Do I want to add another maneuver? I want to manipulate this one, please. Okay. Okay, alright. It's gonna be another large maneuver. We're actually not gonna fall as incredibly short of achieving this as I thought we were. So there might be hope to this for a follow-up launch. A very long long way for this maneuver. I did that at exactly the wrong time. I'm supposed to wait to 4 seconds, not 8 seconds. Okay. Let's not overdo it. Okay. Alright. Now here. Wow. We might actually pull this off. And no one was more surprised than Steve. The guy who designed the rocket specifically for this mission. Alright. Another long wait time. Let's just see real quick. How are we doing on the crazy Munar sat over here? It's not doing so bad. No, we're still waiting for our maneuver. So I'm gonna have to watch both of these at the same time. Oh, and 10 times speed really does nothing at the rate that these things are moving. I hope Nedboo has extra oxygen to last him this wait. Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to have to try and deorbit the capsules. That's kind of lame. Unless I want space junk. That's kind of concerning. I wonder how I could actually get those down. I wonder if I sent up a craft with some landing gear as a pusher, maybe? I'll try it with probably Debdorf's craft first, because this is close. The rest of the way to our maneuver. Four, 3, 2, 1. Saying that this is a very small change, too. So we might have time to get it even closer to the intended orbit if we need to. Yep, we got it. We got a satellite in the desired orbit. Well, I'll be. Just a little bit of fuel left over, too. Alright. Let's inaugurate this vessel. Let's station, probe, rover. No, this would be a satellite, so it would be a relay. So this will be let's see, Kiosat 1. I have no idea what this does, CurbNet access. Huh. No idea. But anyway, that's a mission complete. So we've maintained stability in its orbit. We have a thermometer on the satellite, like I asked. We reached geosynchronous orbit. And yeah, of course, we designed it and built it. Pretty cool. Now, how are we doing on our other satellite? Let me see. I could barely get a rocket off the ground in this game. Yes, it is not easy at times. Most of the time. Actually. I've got a clone of the other satellite over here that did not go as intended, as proof. However, I might get lucky. This is supposedly going to have a Munar encounter, which means I might be able to get just a little bit of science from it. Since we've yet to put anything with the Munar encounter in the save file. Even on electricity. Oh yeah, this thing's doing great for electricity. Nope, yep. Our encounter is coming up here. Awesome. That doesn't look like it's gonna get slungshot out. That looks like it's just gonna collide. It's gonna impact the moon. Oh, so lovely. I'm legitimately happy about this. A fitting end to this unfortunately fired probe. So this had a little bit of trouble at launch. We needed to separate the boosters early while they were still fired. Explosions happened, recovered, still got it to space, but missed our target orbit by a lot. And now it's going for a Munar impact. I guess we're gonna make it a probe. Impact 1. Finally give it a proper name. Just all kinds of tickled about this one. Just loyally heading for its doom. And then the second one we launched that also failed is heading out into solar orbit, independent solar orbit. So we can get some science off of that one too. Since it's only the second satellite or probe that we sent out that way, even if it was by accident, and has the goo canister that the other probe didn't have. So I'm going to try and maximize science here. I want this to get as close as possible to the moon before I go and try and transmit this. Do I have a clear line of shot to Kerbin? On the, okay, yep, on the antenna. Ooh, I might have to be considerate of that. Because with this curb net, I'm not sure if the moon can actually get in the way of the radio signal like what happened in real life. This thing has circled around Kerbin several times before it finally got slungshot around enough times to go into a Munar impact. Let's get this just a little lower. Is this going to say still high above? High above. Yeah, no, we don't want that one. Reset experiment. I want... I want low over. Or flying over. As long as I can still see Kerbin. And Andy's joining us. And he's joining us just in time to see the satellite we launched last night on its uncontrolled pathing finally make it into a Munar impact, of all things. Its cousin is getting flung out towards independent solar orbit. Not this one. This one's going for a Munar impact. And just as we're starting to lose visibility on Kerbin here, in the Kerbin set, now I'm going to observe the mystery go. Near the Mun, yep, broadcast it. Transmit. We got 13 science. 13 science out of our failed satellite mission. Is that a lot? No. Is it something? Yes. Yes, it is. Well, this did maintain CurbNet access. That does surprise me. Alright, little satellite. Little probe. Just hit dead on. Do it like a man. On the dark side of the moon. just a music cue. Just thud. Gone. Nothing made it out of that guy. That guy's just toast. But we did get science. Brave little satellite. Impact 1 crashed into the Mun. Let me see. Well, it's saying like the goo canister hit first, and then the high gain antenna, and then the well, that's can't be in order. Anyway, let's go back to the tracking station, see what's going on with everything else. So we do have the KioSat 1, which we just launched successfully before we cut over to that. So there's one out of our 3 missions I wanted to do tonight. We've got the satellite over here that was the brother satellite to Impact 1. Once that exits, I'll be able to take some more science there. And then we've got Ned Bucherman over here, who's trapped in a pod from some other space program, not our own. So that might be something to try out pretty soon. But first, we need to try and get a satellite to this crazy orbit. And I need to figure out a new launch vehicle to even hope. And let me see, the chat died for the paltry sum of research that may or may not advance life or Kerbals. Yes, the ways of the satellite, or of the probe. So let's see, I don't want to do that. Clear? Nope. Thank you. Recover the launch tower there. 84.7 science. We can't really unlock anything yet. Just barely can't. No new contracts. Another rescue, Kerman. There's a lot of stranded Kerman. I didn't realize I was running Space Uber. Let's see. So let's come up with a satellite launcher. So we're going to start with the one we just used, because that one at least got to geostationary. Which is pretty darn good. Now this one, we need the mystery goo canister and not the thermometer. Alright. That all looks good. Now we gotta figure out what to do here. Take the fins off. Take the boosters off, and take this off here. I think what I'm gonna do is turn this into a second stage. Free hiring feels amazing. I agree. We did get one already last night. That made me very happy. Alright, so we're just gonna use a smaller tank for the center here, so it's not quite so awkward. A decoupler. Let's put this guy on. A couple of these stubby tanks. Thankfully, I've got an upgraded vehicle assembly building, and I have no moral qualms to just stacking an absurd number of tanks one under the other. Make this not look so ugly. Put the fins back on. Pair of boosters can go back on. All right. Now, engines. Don't have much for engines right now. So what I'm gonna look for engine ISP, which is the efficiency. So 250 ISP, so specific impulse of 250 here at sea level versus 265. So the Reliant is better at sea level. It is not as good in vacuum, but this is a first stage engine. And the Thud, ooh, I like. The Thud is 275 at sea level, even better. So we'll put a Reliant in the middle. Move these down just a little bit. Is that crazy to do that? I think that's crazy to do that. Let's make sure those actually stay on. Yeah, that's fine. We have launch towers. And we'll take a pair of Thuds. There we go. That's a first stage if I ever saw one. So solids, the Thud, the Reliant, all working together for the first stage. We drop the boosters once those are done. Drop that down. Second stage, which was our first stage rocket for the last launch, a shortened version. And then into the satellite. Alright, I dig this. I dig this crazy design. However, one thing I'm gonna just check. You seem to be doing great with power, so I'm gonna actually put a second reaction wheel in there and just hope and pray that that's enough to be able to control this sucker. I anticipate this not being very fun to try and control. Alright, and then we're gonna put a couple little launch towers there. Ones holding the boosters there. Throw those on. Seems like this might be a little bit insane. But let's see what happens. Did a College Bro space program. F it. Let's see what happens. Whoa, that is a massive thrust to weight ratio there. Glad I got that dinky little aerodynamic cone to try and save this sucker. Ditch those. Oh yeah, this is tough to control. Oh man. This is wobbly. Just get this. Rather than doing a gravity turn, I'm just going to get it to the 45-degree angle and just ride out this first stage. There we go. Oh. Oh, because I have no fins. Okay. Just did a... a lazy somersault. It was just style points. I was going to put some small fins on there, and I forgot about that. That's cool. We just, you know, it wasn't enough to get to orbit. We had to try and do a somersault, make it look fancy. You know? That's my story. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So now here, I'm going to try and do... No. You know what? We got so much fuel left in this stage. We have such a high orbit to go. Just drive a crazy apoapse so I don't leave some space debris. I got a shades emote for that one. I agree. Style points all the way. Yeah, since we already have to reach this insanely far out orbit, I'm not going to worry about raising an insane apoapse right now. I'm just going to worry more about space debris. Make sure the sucker goes back. Perfect. Now we start planning our maneuvers. Send the antenna so I don't fall out of range. Let's see. Oh, that's not the maneuver I wanted, thank you. Thanks but no thanks. Try that again. Just get it partway there. Or just circularize for now, and then we'll try and do a plane change maneuver. Because it does seem to be off kilter. Yeah, a little bit. How long is our burn going to be? 19 seconds. Not too bad. We can manage that. A little bit of a time warp. Well, if nothing else, I think that design's going to be fine for bringing a craft out to go pick up that stranded Kerman. How are we doing on electric charge anyway? Oh yeah, it's doing great. It didn't need that extra battery. Definitely glad I had the reaction wheel instead. So with 19-second burn, gonna wait till you have 9 seconds. 10 seconds, rather. We'll do 10 seconds. 10 seconds to burn. Oop. Okay. There we go. Guess we're not. I guess I'm just gonna throw off the timing completely. But at least we're in orbit. Which is more than we can save for our second stage. Okay, that should be the big maneuver anyway. Now. See, our ascending node is opposite of us right now. Try and combine some maneuvers here. Try and do a inclination change with our altitude change. Alright, that looks like a really solid maneuver. That looks like that's what I want to do. So again, a little time warp. A little faster. 2, 1. Okay, so 11-second burn, so I'm going to wait till 6 seconds to burn. And that way, the 11 seconds of burn is spread out evenly on either side of the target maneuver point. Close enough. Okay. I guess not, actually. Whoops. Just a little bit the other way. Better. Okay. We do get to have a margin of error matching this satellite orbit that we're asked to do. Okay, that that looks like a beautiful maneuver. Had that high apoapsis throwing us off a little bit, but we can probably correct that around the other side. We're now 2 days from our maneuver, though. That sucks. Where's this other rescue target, anyway? Oh, nice. Okay. Tedman's is right over by Debdorf's old capsule for some reason. So maybe I can get over there and try and deorbit the dead capsules when I go and rescue those. Well, okay. So, year 1, day 9. This is 2 days away. Almost exactly 2 days away. As long as I go back to this by day 11. I'm going to let it do its thing rather than time warping a bunch. So I'm just going to leave that unattended for a few hours. Let's go cover this debris. And we're going to do the rescue mission I know we can do. Actually, we're going to save that. In case I didn't already. Orbiter 1. Going back to our... Yep, don't want you there, buddy. Going back to our Uber space program, apparently. Orbiter 2. So we're going to launch this uncrewed. And go and pick up Tedman. And what I'm going to do, different this time, try and figure out a way to safely deorbit these capsules. Because I really don't like the fact that I'm getting stuck with space debris. Oh, I did put a solar panel on this. Okay, that's good. There we go. There's something I can use. Cue evil laughter. I think you can terminate debris from the tracking station. It's true. The game actually does let you do exactly that. However, I like playing hard mode. I'm gonna deorbit it my way. All right. Now, is that gonna block the hatch? I think that's gonna block the hatch, and that's gonna block the drogue. So I think I just have to settle with 2 of these. Or I could do 4, maybe. Will that block the hatch? I feel like that's going to block the hatch. Still. And that's going to upset me if I can't put somebody in there. Although that does look hilarious. So, we're going to just stick to 2. Aiming in more. Why am I doing this the old way? I've got this tool. Okay. Just total silliness. Do they still have Separatrons? I remember using these effectively for avoiding space junk in the old days. Yeah, they still have them. I haven't unlocked them, though. And there's a claw in the tech tree, but MacGyvering landing legs looks hella fun. Yes. I'm glad you agree. Alright, I'm just gonna try and be a little picky with this, though. I just don't want to somehow block the parachutes or any kind of weirdness. Any kind of weirdness, he says, as he puts landing gear on the front of his his rescue. Basically, like I said, it's basically a space Uber. Also, Andy, the hard thing with this, well, even Separatrons wouldn't help me in these 2 capsules because it's actually part of a mission. The game spawns them in dead in orbit. So I'm hosed as far as that goes. Now, I should have been paying attention to where these are on the orbit. I should let them get much closer to me. That's what we're going to do. We're going to time warp around. They are going to be going faster than us at the start of our launch here. So right about here, I'm going to go for the launch. Away we go. An unmanned crew module to go rescue stranded Kerbal. I do love the way those two boosters kind of just go and self-destruct. Okay, now this time I'm kind of nosing over as hard as I can, actually. Whoa! Suddenly had a lot of authority there. That was weird. What I want to do, since this guy is at 81,000 meters, I want to get this just below, or just above actually, because at this point I'm going to need him to catch up to me. So I'm going to need to go slightly above him. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. I wanted to time it so I can catch up to him. Owen is back and finally got relay dishes. Nice. You are far ahead of me. Alright. Now, this time, I want to set a fairly circular orbit above the target. Last time we went below the target, which was actually the ideal thing to do. I'm spending less delta V for the rendezvous. But I think it'll be fine. And we're multi-missioning right now. I sacrificed Valentina, so I didn't do too well. That's okay. Valentina was my first and only casualty so far. Don't feel bad. Or maybe do. If you're lining yourself up to me, maybe do feel bad. But I'm just amazed. That's about to say. I was about to say with Jeb, I've now put him through. It's either 3 or 4 plane crashes that he has still lived through. And I don't know how this keeps happening. And look at the time. We're going to wait till this gets to 24 seconds to our node, and we're going to go. Actually, we're going to go early because we're going to switch to a different stage partway through this. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, we're only going to get to here. Bingo! Owen. Well, I'm trying to think of fun and useful things I can do in KSP, so I'll be back soon. Yes, sometimes I actually kind of wish I'd gotten into the career mode sooner because I have trouble just thinking of fun things to try and challenge myself to actually do. But this, these missions are starting to get kind of fun. Alright, so we're going to set this module as our target. Oop, nope, get rid of that. And now I actually remembered what I was doing wrong yesterday. So what I really want to do is drag my maneuver node until I find a good intersect here. Yeah, I agree with that. It's harder in Sandbox. Starting to learn all the parts. That is for sure. Because I'm definitely guilty of that. I'll just grab the biggest rockets possible and throw them in. And even in science mode, I was doing that. Alright, so this orbit's not ideal to start doing a maneuver yet. So I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna let him do a couple orbits here. So I'm gonna let him catch up quite a bit. Because I'm in a higher orbit, he's closing things out quicker than I am. I didn't realize we came that close at the other point, though. Well, we actually, our orbits kind of crossed twice. Didn't see that coming. Like our intersects that are there are already getting closer. You see, you're so addicted to this game. Flipped and you saw it on the PS4 store. You know, you say you don't stream because you're not the best player, but I am proof that any level player can stream. I don't think I'm that good. I'm in that category they say of dumb but lucky. Yeah, this is looking good. So, what I'm gonna do... Wow, I'm actually kind of tempted to try and get these missions. Do you have to be in an atmosphere for those, I wonder? Yeah, I think you have to be in an atmosphere. That's lame. That might be a real challenge. So why don't I do this? Why don't I... Ooh, no. No thanks. Ooh. I like what these intersect nodes are doing. .2 though is still not that great. .9's pretty good though. I should wait for another pass and try to get it tighter than that though. Yeah, we're gonna wait another pass. Also get no views because not a lot of people like this game. Yeah. You know, I'm there as well. I don't really care about the views, to be honest. Like, I like when people are here and enjoy it. And I don't need there to be a bunch of people enjoying it. As long as someone enjoys it, I know someone's getting something out of it, I'm gonna do it. tinkering with this node until I get something that resembles a good intersect. Oh, 0.5 is a good intersect. I like that. It's got a 1 second burn. So what I'm going to do... It's kind of hard to do that accurately. I'm going to put the thrust limiter down. Let's do 25%. Now it's a 4 second burn. And that's easier to calculate. And I'm watching the overall time as well. Because remember at day 11, I will be at the next maneuver for my my satellite out past moon orbit. Can't you right-click on the intersect nodes to keep the numbers there? I'm not sure, actually. Let's see. Yes, you can. Delta V, yep. Delta V in time. I didn't know you could do that. I learned something new. Just the same. I hate trying to time a 1 second burn. Maybe a 2 second burn. Might put the thrust limiter back up then. Let's put it right at 50. Yes, I did see the Kerbal Alarm Clock mod. I'm actually doing this fully stock. Thought that'd be a fun additional bit of challenge, because there's a lot of mods too that do calculations like best path to orbit, delta V calculations, like Kerbal Engineer. But I actually wanted to do the math out. I'm insane. I actually thought it'd be fun. I got a delta V chart that I've actually been filling out, that I made in Excel. It's only rocket science. I was making that joke, and then I saw on Amazon that there's actually a book called It's Only Rocket Science. So I bought it. Haven't read it. We'll see. It's only rocket science. It's not like it's hard. It's only rocket science. I like the way that they, on the cover art, they put it in all caps. It's only rocket science. Exactly the way I was saying it. Alright, our node just switched to target. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I also think this high gain antenna is total overkill for this low orbit. Oh, I missed a question there asking what I'm working on now. I actually have another Kerbal rescue mission. So this is... I actually forget the name of the Kerbal already. That's not good. But this is the... this is apparently Space Uber Mark II. Okay, get near that burn. Line it back up. So at 1 second to node is where I'll do that. Tedman? I think Tedman's right. Tedman sounds right. Tedmon. Yes, Tedmon. I've also got Nedbu out there somewhere. Way out there, though. So I'll have to figure out how I'm going to get to him. Okay, waiting for 1 second. 1 second. Fairly close. I don't think I did that burn just right. Yeah, no, I did not. I did not do that burn right. Okay, let's see if I can quickly make an adjust. Make this just a little better. Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. Thrust limiter down. Even at the insane thrust limit that I put that down to, I did not help myself at all. Okay. That's cool, I guess. 1.1 looks better. 0.2 looks really good. I like that. Oh, we're going to put our thrust limiter even further down. Change it to 2. 2% thrust limit. Still only a 1 second burn. Let's see. Oh, yes, I did miss the chat there. I suck at docking. Yes, docking is hard. Even rendezvous is hard. But I did get pretty used to it. 4 years ago is when I did my first real stream for Kerbal. And I did an insane space station that eventually crashed my computer. Andy is watching, I think, still. He might remember how many parts were on that station. I think something in the range, like over 1,000 different parts. Forget how many modules. Okay, we really do have a 0.2 kilometer separation now, so I'm very pleased with that. Now that's working. Okay, so I'll do a maneuver with no adjustment, just so I know when it's coming. Kerblot fell out of a ship on EVA and slammed in the Duna. That's one way to get science. It's okay as long as that happens while screaming for science. Then you know it's planned. Oh yeah, this is trying to steer me, and there's no point to steering. And we're on target aiming, so this is going to be my canceling movement to target, my retrograde. So I'll wait till we get to our insane. Close encounter here. Stop it a little early so I can just try and marvel and see, can I actually see? the other capsule, which is actually below us. Last time it was above us, so it would have been easier to see. I'm trying to. I don't actually see it. I was hoping I was gonna get a visual here. But that's pro grade. We want to go cancel our movement before we do any other maneuvers here. We actually have a decent amount of adjustment to make. I'm going to put the thrust limiter down to maybe 8. Why not? 8 sounds good. I yelled, punch it, Chewie. Okay, yeah, that is equivalent on the scale of this was planned. I was really hoping I'd get a visual on this thing. Seeing it approach would be kind of cool. I mean, we are going to be just 200 meters from it in a matter of seconds. All right. 18, 17, 16, 17. Right. So we're hardly moving relative to target. Oh, it's actually like below us. There it is. There it is. All right. Fantastic. Now we're going to approach it carefully. Haven't unlocked any of the RCS thrusters. Scott Kelly. Now I did actually, that was when I started actually watching NASA TV, was when they were doing the experiments with Scott Kelly being on the station for a year. If I'm getting my names right. The one with the twin, I think. I could have probably done a slightly faster approach. And our vector's just a little off. Just go a little bit faster. That should do just fine. Oh, they used a different module this time. That's cool. All right. Just let's gloat a little bit. Let's get a little closer. Just show off to this other space program about how we do things here at Dudek Ultra Pro Space Program. Excuse me, did somebody call an Uber? Alright. Now, we need to switch over to that stranded module. And, EVA Tedman, who's a pilot. Yes, there we go. That's what I was hoping for last night, was a pilot. Alright, and he's just going to very lazily head over to his awaiting capsule. Splendid. Alright, now we need to put ourselves in position to deorbit this thing with us. I'm not going to be able to get the other capsule, I don't think. Maybe I can. Who knows? Maybe I'm just being too pessimistic. So we're just going to apply a little bit of thrust. A little bit of prograde. Totally professional. Alright. Cancel our movement to target. Okay. This would be a lot easier with RCS thrusters. Maybe that might be what I wait for to deorbit the other space junk. But since I'm here, I mean, I'm gonna give this a shot. Whoop. Went too hard on that. Yeah, see, he's almost perfectly retrograde from us. Whoop. Did some bad maneuvering there. That's better. Okay. Sort of what I wanted to do. Should like hit him like it's a baseball. Just hit it like a bat, right? Whoosh. Too far away. Okay, let's cancel movement to target, just so I can get a handle on what I'm actually trying to do here for maneuvers. Okay. And before anyone asks, I do totally realize how silly this is. We're doing this for Captain Planet. Now we should be heading straight for this darn thing. Nav ball. I keep wanting the eyeball, and I can't do that. I need the nav ball. Bump it. Bump it. I don't think that accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I think I just might have put it in a higher orbit, if anything. Impact its orbit? I totally did. I totally raised its orbit. Whoops. I really wish I had the third landing leg now. I really wanted it. And now I just wanted even more. Okay. Now I wish I had the flashlights I tried to put on the first one of these. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be deorbiting it. It was fun to try. It was fun to try. Alright, let's plan our descent. And this time, I swear I'm going to get this contract. This contract's been making me angry. Boom. Okay. So we're gonna need to do that maneuver. And then we're gonna need to decay our orbit. Needs to be fairly aggressive. And then it's still spinning under us, so planning the orbit now is not perfect. So I should be aiming like right there. Why not? Fill out a separate contract while completing my contract. Okay, now let's see how much everything's adjusted. Yeah, things have adjusted a lot, so we're gonna have to move this maneuver quite a ways. We're gonna move it maybe like right there, and then also make it more aggressive. Like that, maybe. We are on day 10, so I do need to, once I'm done this mission, go back to the other satellite. Oh, burn time 51 seconds? No, it's not. Recalculate. Forgot to change my thrust limiter. Wait a minute. Yeah, whatever. I was thinking to myself there that with the rotation of the planet, my inclination change might not have actually been valid anymore. But it's pretty much where I need it to be. Alright, let's just fast forward it a little closer to the second maneuver, so we can fine tune it. Although this looks pretty solid. Right there. Okay. Yeah, that was a really aggressive descent profile. Let's just let this get closer to the atmosphere. So momentum's carrying me forward as much as possible before things start overheating. I just don't want to accidentally line this thing up poorly for... Oh, we're still in target mode. Whoops. Orbit mode, please. Alright, dump that at the last second possible. Now, we're in the atmosphere. We're heading for that target zone. I swear to God, we are going to get that crew report. During a re-entry, no less. With a rescued Kerman. Oh, there's our little service module. Come on, put me in the area. I want to do it. I want to do it. Yes, I'm entering the area. Okay, crew report. Keep it. Boom. And we're damn near heading for KSC. KSC's right there. So we should get pretty close to full recovery costs for this. Oh yeah. Cancel. Don't override it. Review report. Send it out. Oh, you can't. Okay. Drogue shoot. Help us out with how aggressive that approach was. And we get just a little more towards the water, and I'm comfortable we're gonna hit the water. And I'll put out the main. No, we are below 10,000 feet though. I should probably just do it because it doesn't look like we're gonna hit water at all. Alright. Drogue's deployed, main chute's deployed. Just gotta wait for it to open the rest of the way. We got our our focused observational survey at Kerbin. Mission completed. about to complete the rescue Tedman once he gets back onto the planet. That's one way to do a atmospheric survey, is during a re-entry with a Kerbal that you rescued from space. Alright, there's the main chute. Everything looks good. Just gonna let this time warp. I am gonna take it off time warp when it's about to touch the ground. Where's the shadow? There's the shadow. I just don't trust an actual complete landing on touchdown. On warp, I mean. On touchdown. That was weird. On warp. Touchdown on warp. Don't trust it. Well, I can take surface samples now, though. And I haven't been doing that since I upgraded my astronaut complex. So this guy's going to go ahead. He's going to be useful for us. Yep, get your EVA report. For some reason I didn't have that one. Oh, okay. Kind of derped a little there, buddy. And then, oh, I can't take a surface sample. I thought I could. Well, that's a shame. Plant a flag. Okay. Send out that crew report. Grab another crew report. Or don't, I guess. He's being finicky. Let's see if we can get flying over the shores. Nope, have it. Oh. Okay. Alright, that is the one I took. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll recover it. Probably just got a decent cash value for that recovery, with it being that close to the space center. Yeah, 2,472 funds recovered. That's pretty near the full price, I think. Yeah, command pod is only worth 600. We got 569 out of it. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we got a new pilot, and he's already level 1. And we got science. Alright. So now that mission's complete. Let's just see, is there any new fun in the contracts here? Haul a thumper into flight above Kerbin. It would be tough to get that altitude at that speed with a solid fuel booster. Oh, won't worry about that one. Bring 2 tourists on a high G adventure. Make 2 guys pass out from G-forces. This be in Kerbin and flying. Yeah, no, our jets aren't that reliable. Yep, no contracts I want to take there. Just the comms net. I gotta like just disable those lines at some point because it's just getting crazy. Let's see. Sat 4 is orbiting Kerman. Adventurer 1 is orbiting the sun. Sat 1 still on an escape trajectory out of Kerbin. Deadman's Debris, Nebu's Pod, Fedor's Craft. I like that these all have different names. This is still a good way from our maneuver. Oh well, I think that's how I'm going to wrap up the stream, because this was the last objective I had for tonight. I wanted to do one rescue, although I ended up doing a different rescue than the one I wanted. I wanted the geostationary satellite, which I did do. And I wanted this one. So let's just fast forward a whole bunch. Two, one. All right, let's see. Okay, a little faster than that. Three, 52, 51, 50. Watching the minutes to our burn just fly away. Now, by the time this is done too, our Sat-1 should be on an independent solar orbit. So we can flip over to that real quick and take the science from the mystery goo canister that's on it. Just lots of chaos over here. Four minutes till burn. Speed that up a little bit. So with this being a 6-second burn, we're going to wait till 3 seconds before. That way it'll burn 3 seconds before the node and 3 seconds after the node. Alright, almost there. Here we go. Not perfect. Not perfect. But close enough for the contract, it looks like. Bingo. Got it. Alright. So that was the last of the main objectives for tonight. Now we still have Nedbu to recover. And we still took the Explore the Mun contract. Now, before I wrap up, though, this Sat-1 should just about be out of here. So I'll check that. Let's go back into the Space Center. Oh, he's so close. 2 hours from his escape. Him, I'm not going to rush, because there's nothing really can go wrong with that one. He's just kind of doing his own thing. He's going to have a very strange orbit. But he did pretty much accomplish what I wanted this to, is it looks like it's going to eventually intersect again with Kerbin's sphere of influence. So it might leave the sphere of influence and then come back. Which, that would be pretty neat. It was never really part of the original plan, but, you know, when I had a satellite without enough fuel to do what I wanted it to do, I had to figure out something to do with it. Adventurer 1 is similar. This one I did that intentionally, though. And, no, I ended up lowering its para-apps too much. Although it could manage an even counter. Wow. I don't have any fuel on this thing, do I? If I could force an even counter, that'd be pretty neat. Nah, no fuel. Yeah, I launched this just to test a part. The part needed to be tested on escape velocity. And I ended up completing another contract with it while it was already in flight. I took the contract and closed it out for science far from Mun, or far from Kerbin. And then I got readings in interplanetary space as well for science. And then, who knows, it looks like I might get an Eve encounter. Maybe this thing will fly into Eve. Be pretty neat. Considering I'm dealing with rocket failures or rockets I just aimed in a random direction, I'm getting a lot of planetary encounters. Or planetary bodies anyway, like Mun. Ooh, science data from the surface of the Mun. Transmit or recover. This would be a good mission to figure out our orbit. First, do a landing. Make sure we got a rocket with enough delta V, because this would take less to pull this off. Another rescue? Wengar? Oh, and she's not even in a capsule. We got a pretty full crew. I don't know if I really want to even do that. I'm going to take this one, though. Poor Gwengar. Now, I did get up to my 90 science. I should spend it, because at this point we can only store 100 science at a time. So let's see. What do I need now? Inline stabilizer. That'd be a larger reaction control system. Mark 1 lander can. Some RCS thrusters and monoprop tanks. A 3-man capsule. It's supposed to be modeled after the Soyuz, but it's not. Soyuz is more of a traditional capsule. It just has a round module at the top. It's actually the orbital module, not the part that re-enters. So it's more close to the first Vashkod, Russian Vashkod, and then this obviously is a Gemini setup pod. So you got a 2-man pod there. So now this would all be very useful for trying to attempt a moon landing. So that might be what I go for. There is actually a section for landing, but this is like atmospheric landing. Aerodynamics, I think we're done with jets for a while. really beyond the point of trusting those. Advanced construction, though, this is some pretty cool stuff. This is worth paying attention to real quick. Because we're going to get new nose cones. We'd get new fairings. Stack separators, a couple of radio decouplers that are different. Some adapters, like this tri-coupler. I used that a lot in my streams 4 years ago. Some engine plates. Some large service modules. This, I think, is probably going to be what I actually go for. Now, larger fuel tanks would be nice. And this does have fuel ducts. But I don't really have the engines to justify that right now, and they're not really that appealing right now. Some very efficient engines and vacuum, like the famous AJ10. This is actually a clone. But it's not very good on the ground. I don't intend to send any large body rockets up just yet into later stages. So this tiny stuff is nice. External tanks, Oscar B, small monopropellant tank, and engine, spark engine. I really am thinking advanced construction's the way to go. Yep. Done and done. And we actually have quite a bit of funds. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So, what do we want to do? I've already got mission control, the runway, vehicle assembly building, launch pad, astronaut complex. All that stuff is up to level 2. Research and development is not. And it is very expensive. And it does have that science limit of 100. Now that would give us surface samples. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, we're going to have to do that. That's instant science. So we'll do that. Admin building. We'll see if there's anything we want to change. That'll be it for the night. Let me see. There's fundraising. Take some reputation. And yield some funds. Takes 5% reputation gains. Well, our reputation's already very good. Look at our reputation up here. It's mostly green. I might do this one. Let's keep going. Ooh, this one gives us science for reputation. We don't want to take funds away for science yet. Maybe eventually. Oh, this would just straight up take our science and give us money. I don't need that. This would actually hurt our reputation and give us cheaper launches. Recovery transponder finding. Now this is interesting. We get an improvement to minimum vessel recovery, but a reduction in maximum. I think we just saw that I can land stuff pretty darn close to the Space Center when I cared to. So I don't really think I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick with a fundraising campaign. How about that? I like that one. go up to 25%. So 25% of our reputation gains. Setup cost is 21 reputation. That's like our whole reputation. Yeah, we don't want to go that high. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't like those that much. Well, it just seems like a way to get out of a bind is what it looks like, and I think we're in pretty good shape. Well, alright guys. Thanks to everyone that tuned in, whether you're still here or not. I'm going to say it again, all my previous streams are on YouTube from this series. I'm going to keep putting them on. Usually they're on the day after-ish. And then we can catch anything you wanted to see. And I'm hoping I can get timestamps put in sometime soon. Possibly this first weekend here. And start giving everyone a chance to jump to the parts that are fun. And not all these boring lectures that I tend to give. So, thank you guys. It's been a good stream, I think. Another eventful one for sure. Oh, this always fakes me out. There we go. And I'll see you guys, looks like tomorrow again at 7. Seems to be working pretty well.